friends, my name is Harshika and my today topic is Kundalini, the dark night of soul. So this is a stage of Kundalini when you face this dark night of soul. You are not jumping into an enlightenment stage of Kundalini. You have to cross three stages of Kundalini. You have to face this dark night of soul. And this is an important part of your spiritual journey. You can't escape this part. Most of you are thinking about Kundalini is so blissful experience. You can directly jump in the stage of Samadhi. So this is not true. You have to cross all these stages of Kundalini awakening. You have to cross all three knots of Kundalini. Then you go slowly in the stage of Samadhi. Samadhi is actually a meditative state of absorption. You can't go in Samadhi by accidentally. You have to practice and practice and practice. Then you go in Samadhi. So this is a misconception of about Kundalini. Kundalini is only about spiritual things, about your spiritual life. She is a divine mother, she is a dark mother, and she only gives what's good for you. You after Kundalini awakening it doesn't mean you can do anything. Now now you no need to food. Now you no need to do anything. You stop working and you directly get name, fame, and money in your life. Kundalini awakening is does not related of this material desire. This is only about spiritual thing. Your 3D self transform into 5D self. This is the main goal of Kundalini. You are in human self. Your human self transform into angelic self. The transformation is a mission of Kundalini. After Kundalini awakening, you think you get a good wife, you get a good husband, you are a good family, you become a successful person. So this is not a true. After Kundalini awakening, you get some psychic abilities, psychic gifts, like you get a cosmic orgasm, astral projection, telepathy, seeing aura. These type of psychic gifts you get. It doesn't mean you can do anything, because goddess Kundalini is a dark mother and she will take a toughest exam of you. You can't escape this exam. And after Kundalini awakening, most of the time you are in the period of isolation. You are totally liberated. You are antisocial at this time, because most of the people not matching your frequency. After awakening of Kundalini, your frequency is too high, so you start losing relationship in your life. You just start eliminate toxic relationship, damning people. You just first of all you start identify who is the negative person, who is the person who actually think negative about you. You're doing psychic attacks on you. Just identify the energy vampires and these type of toxic persons in your life, and you start cut the connection of this person. You just cut the all the cord of attachments, etheric cords, and past life karmic cords, and your soul is become a free. So this is the main goal of Kundalini awakening. Kundalini awakening is totally a spiritual thing. You can, if you think after Kundalini awakening you can do anything or you can get anything, so this is not true. This is a misconception about Kundalini. And you face the dark night of soul. What is Kundalini? Dark night of soul. Goddess Kundalini is a dark mother, so you must have to face this dark night of soul. This dark night of soul is a stage of Kundalini awakening, and this is for three things. First, to awake you, second, to heal you, and third, to transform you. In first phase of dark night of soul is awakening. You suddenly awake, just like in the whole life you are sleeping and you suddenly get awakened and you start seeing reality of your life. The reality, you start seeing unconditional truth of your life. You just realize most of the life you are living for others expectation. You are not living your life for yourself. You only do things to make happy others. Sometimes you sacrifice as a daughter or son, sometimes you do sacrifice as a husband or wife, sometimes you sacrifice as a father or mother. You in whole life you only do sacrificing. You never live living life for yourself. You only do sacrificing. So, in the first stage is awakening. You suddenly awake and you want to release your soul from all this bond. You start isolated. You are in the period of isolation. You not get close to anyone because if your partner is not so spiritual like you are spiritual and your partner is not so spiritual, so your spiritual growth is diminished. After awakening of Kundalini, you start losing interest in your relationship. You start re-evaluation of your job, your family, and about everything. You start seeing reality. After awakening of third eye chakra, it doesn't mean you only see a negative identities. You see spirit and ghost. It first of all, awakening of third eye chakra, you start seeing unconditional truth, the reality of our society, our life, our relationship. You start seeing truth, and when you start seeing truth, you just start losing relationship. This is the first stage of awakening. You just awake about yourself, how much you wounded inside, how much sacrifice you do in your life. You only live your life from others expectation. You not living your life for yourself. So this is the first phase of dark night of soul, is awakening. The second phase of dark night of soul is healing. Healing, the deep level soul healing. Healing your subconscious mind, healing your unconscious mind, healing your junk DNA. Start your soul, start regeneration. Regeneration. So healing is the most important part of spiritual journey. Healing is all three levels. Healing on your mental level, emotional level, physical level, spirit level. In all levels you do healing work. Healing is starting. So first, healing start with your subconscious mind. Our mind is divided into three parts. Conscious mind, I am talking to you with my conscious mind. Second part is subconscious mind, is 50%. Subconscious mind is actually your inner child, because your subconscious mind never be grow. Subconscious mind is still aged at your birth. Still your subconscious mind is always a child, and you realize your subconscious mind is so much in hurt, so much in deep pain. Sometimes verbal abuse, someone insult you, someone said a bad things about you, your subconscious mind is deeply hurt. Sometimes some people disloyal to you, cheat to you, breaking your trust, your subconscious mind is hurt. Sometimes you face a narcissistic abuse. Sometimes your parents is so strict, or your childhood is so traumatic. So your subconscious mind is in deep hurt, deep deep in pain. And this is when your Kundalini start rising and merge with crown chakra, you just awaken and you realize, yes, you need healing. And first phase of healing is start with your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind start heal. Second part of healing is junk DNA, is healing your junk DNA. For what is a DNA? DNA is a genetic material which you get from your ancestor, and the junk DNA is filled with ancestor belief pattern, cultural belief pattern. Too much emotional negative attachments is present in junk DNA. For example, is someone get a lottery, someone suddenly get a lottery and suddenly get a lots of money in someone's life, if a person life, but you just see a person who win lottery after some years, or someone, this person lost everything, because in your DNA is deeply rooted, you only get money by hard work. And if you get a money suddenly from some source, you just lost all these things, because deeply inside is coded in your DNA, you when you get hard work only you get money. So this is a junk DNA, and the junk DNA is start healing when your Kundalini merge with crown chakra and you faces this dark night of soul. And the second part is soul regeneration. When your soul is exist, when your soul is formed, you are not your original blueprint. This time you are not your original soul, because you spend a lots of past time, or this lifetime you have suffered lots of suffer, lots of trauma, mental, emotional. So this time your soul is not a complete soul, some part of soul is missing. So soul regeneration is a part when the missing part of soul is start regenerating. And my personal experience of soul regeneration like that, I just saw in dream. I just saw a little girl in dream, and the little girl is so much angry. When I just go close to this girl, I just saw that girl is handicapped, no hands. And when I talked to her, she said, now you get a time for me, now you get a time for me. Where are you from? So many years you come back and now you get a time. And I just saw there is a river who is flooded too much and crosses their line. But suddenly I just saw this little girl had this little handicapped girl start regenerating your hand. Whole two hand is regenerated, and she again get hand. And when she again get their hand, the river is stopped. The river is not the that river is calmed down. So this is my experience of my soul regeneration. So you so after Kundalini awakening, you also face this stage of soul regeneration and junk DNA healing, and healing your subconscious mind. The third thing is healing your unconscious mind. Just like subconscious mind is a storehouse, subconscious mind record everything, every single thing. In conscious mind, we just avoid it. Subconscious mind record every single thing. The deepest part of our mind is unconscious mind, is totally unconscious. You don't even know what is hidden inside. And when work start on your healing your unconscious mind, it's so much difficult process. because in unconscious mind there is a lots of trauma, pain, hurt, not from this lifetime, is all over your past lifetime. Irrational desires, irrational sexual desire, immoral urges, violence. Your My experience of my healing of unconscious mind is totally in darkness, full of darkness. But when your kundalini rising, awakening, and you face your dark night of soul, you just start, when the kundalini work on your unconscious mind, you realize how much you in pain. And when my subconscious mind is going to heal, and when the work on my unconscious mind, I just start seeing a dream of total darkness. I just saw a sewage, a dirty water, because water is always a symbol of unconscious emotions. When you see water in dreams, you just exactly note what is the situation of your deep inside. When you see a water is calm, it's mean you get a inner peace. When you see the water is too much dirty, water is boiling, water is too much dirty, is sewage, you smell. When you see this type of dreams, it's represent your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind is in deep pain, repressed anger. Your anger, just in any situation, your both two minds are reflect differently. Your subconscious mind always in fear. If you start a new work, you get a fear. Is this I am successful or not, you in fear. When you start a new relationship, you get a fear. I hurt again. If I love someone so deeply, that person is hurt me. So your subconscious mind is fear, and your unconscious mind is boiling in anger. Most of the time the repressed anger is present in unconscious mind. So when my healing work is on my unconscious mind, I just saw this type of dreams. So when kundalini work on your deep unconscious level, this is the most critical part of your healing process, because you have to face your inner shadow self. What is your inner shadow self? Is a inner shadow self is a part of your soul which you denied, which you don't want to accept this part of your personality. You have to face your inner demon, your inner shadow self. This shadow self is mostly consist of pain and trauma. In my previous video, I just described there is another 7 types of body. This is my physical body. Your physical body, you is listening me with my physical body. There's another 7 types of body. First one is etheric body. Second is emotional body, mental body, and fourth is astral body. Fifth is etheric templates. Uh, Sixth is sessional body, and seventh is catholic template. So in between, when I talk about emotional and mental body, in between these two body, there is a pain body is generating. When you hurt in trauma too much, so in between two bodies there is a pain body is generating, and this pain body is a food of your shadow self. Your inner demon, your shadow self, is a consist of your anger, your hate, your trauma, your pain, your lust, all this negative emotion. Your This is your shadow self, and you just always want to avoid your shadow self. But in this, the period of dark night of soul of kundalini, you must have to face your shadow self. You must face your inner demon. You are facing your deepest fear, hidden emotion, in this phase of spiritual awakening and Kundalini awakening. So when you generated a pain body, so this pain body is a food of your inner shadow self. This pain body is only consist of pain. That's why you attract towards a crime serial, a criminal serials like violence news. You only attract, or you attract toward a narcissistic or energy vampires because of this pain body you generated inside you. And this is a time to kill your pain body, and you resolve your inner conflict and kill your inner demon, kill your shadow self. And you don't even realize you make a bond between a inner shadow self. In Western culture, they are called as juxtaposition. Two things who are definitely opposite but connect each other. And you have to kill this bond. This is a bond like abuser and victim. For example, if a wife, husband is too cruel, always do a domestic violence, but still wife live with this person. If someone is if someone cheating to you, disloyal to you, you always forgive and forgive and forgive. Again he come back with this cheating and you again forgive, but you still wants to leave this relationship, you still wants to make this abusive relationship is work, because you create a bond between abuser and victim. You created this bond you created outside, because you inside you created a bond between your shadow self and you cut this bond. This outside bond is just a reflection. Inside you created a bond between your shadow self and you don't want to cut this bond. If you cut this bond, you just feel I am alone, I am isolated. That's why you don't want to kill your pain body. Actually the reality is you don't want to kill your pain body, you just want, you always feeding your pain body. You always attract a persons who is too too negative, always doing a drama, like always that person is always in pain. You attract toward this person. You always attract toward negative persons, demonic people. And in my journey I actually experienced this person in my life who having a same frequency like a demon, exactly same frequency, but this time they are in physical body. And this is too harmful and evil person, because you generated a pain body inside, so you have to attract this type of toxic relationship. So the Kundalini merge with crown chakra, and in the phase of dark night of your soul, you just cut this bond and starting and killing your shadow self and start a new beginning. So this is a purpose of dark night of soul, the healing part. The third phase is the transformation. Your each and every negative emotion is transformed. Like your anger is transformed into compassion, hatred is transformed into love, lust is transformed into creativity, because these are unconscious emotions You accept all this emotion, then you transform. You can't kill this emotion because this is our unconscious mind energy, and this all energy is transformed. This is the purpose of dark night of soul. Killing your inner shadow self, cut the bonds, cut the negative attachment bond, cut the etheric cords, killing your inner demon, all healing work, healing your subconscious mind, healing your unconscious mind, healing your junk DNA, resolve your inner conflict. Inner conflict is the conflict is inside your mind. Me versus self, me versus my character. Because deeply inside, the two emotion of unconscious mind is shame and guilt, and both two is very dangerous. Guilt is public humiliation. You have something guilt in your mind, but shame is so deeply and interpersonal. So transform all your emotions into love, grace, peace, intuition. This is the main aim of Kundalini, the dark night of soul. Because why this phase is called a dark night of soul? Because this is a time you face your inner demon. You do a harsh journey of your life. In this journey, you just start seeing reality of your own self, reality of your surrounding, reality of your relationship, and you start growing. Soul regeneration is just like a starfish start growing their limb again. Lizards start growing. That's still the your soul is start regenerating, start growing again. And this is a beautiful part of our spiritual journey, the transformation inside, change in yourself. So first, and I will make a describe in detail the 7 stages of Kundalini transformation. In this video, I just describe shortly about transformation. Like all your negative emotion is going to be transformed. Your ego is burned in the fire of Goddess Kundalini. Your all negative emotion is going to burn, is transformed. Sorry. So this is the aim of transformation. The duality of your mind is end. Now there is a single self. Duality of your mind. We have two minds: a conscious and subconscious and unconscious. So duality. These two mind is totally unconscious. You are not aware, and they think different. So duality of your mind is ended. Your conscious mind merges with unconscious mind. So this is the Kundalini, the dark night of soul. And there is a messengers of Kundalini, dark night of soul. When I am facing my dark night of soul, I just start seeing crows. I see lots of crows. I am going in a mountain area, then again I see crow. Though this is a spirit animal. Spirit animal is not that animal you worship. If you worship a lion, a dog, we actually worship a spirit animal. These are a spirit in non-physical form. They can take any form of animal and anything. This spirit is formless actually. An animal spirit is mean. This is a form in animal. So animal spirit crow means now this is the time you release your old self, your old negative self. old disease of your soul, and you start new life, the whole new beginning. And the animal spirit bats, if you I'm just start seeing bats all around in night. Animal spirit bat is a messenger of higher realm. The message from you is, now you have to face your shadow self. Now you are facing your inner demon, and you resolving your inner conflict, and you go in the period of rebirth. Spirit animal lizard, this is a sign of regeneration of soul. Soul is lizard is a spirit animal of regeneration of a soul. Some part of your soul is missing. Now it's a time to regenerate. So this is the dark night spirit messengers which I saw in my journey. And uh, there is a concept, when your kundalini merges with crown chakra, you directly in the stage of samadhi. I told you the samadhi is a stage when you continuously do practice. You continuously concentrate and concentrate. Then you go in that stage of samadhi. You can't go in the stage of samadhi by accidentally without any efforts. You just directly jump in the stage of samadhi. This is not possible. And there is a concept written in after Kundalini merge in crown chakra, सहस्त्रार चक्र, आत्मा परमात्मा में विलीन हो जाती है. Soul merge with God. Your soul merges with the God, and you create a union between you and God. So before this union is too far, actually the reality is this union is too far. First you create a union in yourself. You balance your inner masculine energy and inner feminist energy. Like Ingla Pingla, two snakes are described. So first you create a union inside you. Second, there is a stage when your non-physical self merge with your physical self. The symbol is rainbow. Your human self merge with your higher self, and you end the duality of your mind, like your unconscious mind merge with conscious mind. Now there is a one. This is the stage of Kundalini. So that is the meaning. Regeneration and the duality of your mind, healing your subconscious mind, unconscious mind, your dung GNA. This is a part of your spiritual journey. This is the aim. After Kundalini awakening, you are not become a person who is so successful, or you having a good family or good wife. This is all about spiritual things. Your human self transform into higher self. You are divine now. You are angelic self. It doesn't mean you get a name, fame, and money, or you have a so much powerful and you can do anything. You stop your aging and anything like that. Nothing is going to work. You still working after your awakening, and in this phase you are in totally in phase of isolation, antisocial type. You're sometimes you are too emotional, sometimes you're too much angry because your emotional is out of burst, and sometimes you are too much crying, sometimes you are too much angry all that time. You have to face your all these emotions. You can't escape these stages of dark night of soul and directly jump in the state of enlightenment. You can't do that. This is my experience of my Kundalini awakening, my journey, and I am sharing with you. And what I realize and how much work I do in my spiritual journey. And after Kundalini awakening, your vibration is so high and you attract your twin flame in your life. Twin flame is your better half, your half soul, and I described in my previous video, you attract your twin flame in your life. And this is a so spiritual journey, so hard journey, is so harsh journey of your life. It's a life changing event. So this is my experience of my Kundalini awakening. And thank you so much for your likes, for your comments. It's make me feel so happy when I read your comments. Thank you so much. And when I read your comments, and sometimes I go through your channels, and I just saw most of you is highly spiritual. You having a great consciousness level, most of you, and I still learning from you. You are most spiritual persons. When I go through your channels, you're reading your comments, I just realized you have amazing knowledge. You all from different countries, and I'm still learning from you, and I'm so glad I get a chance, I get a big opportunity to interact with you, because most of the time I am in just like my card, I am in hermit like stages. I'm totally isolated. I'm totally antisocial at this time. Like this hermit, I'm totally busy in my meditation, in my spiritual work, in my research, because I'm just like you. When I experiencing something, I just start research on this topic, and research and research and research. First I feel the physical symptoms, then I start research, and I just saw videos of many people's different countries, and reading their experience of their awakening about astral projections, and I just many of you are in same situation just like me. So this is my experience. So the dark nights of soul when you come in your life is just like my death card, the death of your old self, death of your inner demon, death of your inner shadow self, death of your negative life cycle. Because when the unconscious mind healing work is started, there is a negative karma, a negative karmic baggages you are holding, the past life negative karmic baggages. It doesn't mean you have to do something bad. It's mean you are in trauma, in deep pain, and you have to end this negative karmic cycle and start a new beginning, new life. So most of the people I listen, the dark night of soul of Kundalini is like the I am feeling a near death experience. The near death experience is the death is not a physical thing. Death is only of your old self, not a physical death. If you feeling in Kundalini near death experience, it doesn't mean you feel a physical death. It's a death of your old self, just free from this life. And the burning tower, you are burned in the fire of Kundalini, the fire of goddess Kundalini. You are burned the old structure, old pattern, old belief of your life. So this is the main aim of Kundalini transformation. And in this period of this card is a moon card, fifth number. This is a person, and this shadow self is passed and he is a re-evaluation. Just start re-evaluation of your life, and the whole journey, spiritual journey, you just do this thing. You start re-evaluation. And this is a star card, balance. The meaning of your card, you do balance, a union, a create inside you, balance and harmony, creating inside you. And the old structure, like this castle, because all the life you want running away from money, and you live your whole life creating this prison for you, and this prison is burning right now, just like a burning tower. And this is a spear card, represent fifth. The all the peoples are fighting violence, doing violence, and you resolving this violence, because there is a bird who fly away from this card, and you are resolving this inner conflict in your dark night of soul. And this is a test period. Test. This is a fortune card. This is a card of strength. How much strength and how much courage you have to face this dark night of soul. Face your inner demon. And the previous video I described the types of ghost when attacks you when your kundalini awake. I make that video not to demotivate someone, not to generating fear. I just want to aware, because in my period, I in my when I am this stage, I just saw a different video. In a video I just saw there is a kundalini spirit who attacks, and all these negative identities attacks on you, because you generating kundalini. Your kundalini is rising, because of these identities attacks on you. I just make a video to aware you, not to generate a fear inside you, to make the concept. The goddess kundalini and spirit kundalini is both are different. Spirit kundalini is actually a black serpent who attacks you to create an illusion, to misguide you. So this is a strength card. How much strength you have, you face your inner demon, you cross all these stages. Because most of people run away from this stage of dark nights of soul, or that stage when the negative identities attacks you. Most of people run away. The goddess kundalini is a dark goddess, mahakali, and she is a goddess of, she's a cosmic mother, divine mother, and the toughest teacher. She takes a toughest exam. She's not giving anything so easily. She is a dark mother, and she takes a toughest exam. And when she awake in someone in the form of kundalini, that time she is the individual mother of this person. And she having a store when your root chakra start activated. In the root chakra, there is a seeds of past life. Now the seeds of past life is appears in surface, and you start seeing your past life, and this is the cycle of kundalini. And this is a great opportunity to heal yourself and transformation. And you are like this person. This is a person who have a great knowledge, and the one hand is in ear, and they are stopping listening to others. Stop listening to others. Stop listening to other person comment. This person is only focusing in yourself, and this is a symbol of infinity. It means this person is so much is in knowledge, high wisdom, high intuition. And in this period of time, Jesus to 1 year is closed with his hand, and he only listen in his inner voice. And after And after this you have to start, this is a Fool card, and this is a card of new beginning. A new life is generating. So this is the main purpose of Kundalini Dark Night of Soul. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your great response. Because before that, I'm in this year, I am just start preparing for my MD exam, but I have no plan. I'm come here to share my spiritual journey. I am no aim in my life. I come in YouTube and make a video. But your comments and you encourage me so much when I read your comment, and I decided to share my whole journey and my whole experience of awakening with all of you. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for giving your opinions, your advice. You have such a great consciousness level. You are a great teacher, and I am still learning from you. Thank you so much.